Radio. Alright, grade 11s, looks like you're still settling in. We're going to get started. We are on page 226 of the HSE workbook and we are busy with mechanical analytical questions. Mechanical assembly, may I correct myself? And of course things are progressing and drawings will become more and more difficult as we progress. This is the second last one we'll be doing before you have your formal assessment task. So please pay attention and make sure you are following with me. Okay, so ons besig met meganiese samestelling en op hierdie stadium verstaan jy baie goed wat gewoonlik gegee gaan word. We've got a 3D pictorial diagram here. We've got our question and then of course there's going to be the different components with a parts list. Added onto that, they've given you some specific details to understand the detail of the bearing that's in this. Now if we look at this, this is a belt pulley. So we have our body here and it's supported by ribs. It's got a bolt going all the way through with washers on either side. Okay. The one is a spring washer, the other your traditional washer. You have, on the inside you have two bearings that fits on the inside of that pulley and runs on that bolt. And everything is tied up with a fastener and then you have your pulley there. Alright, so let's look at a couple of measurements here quickly. If you look at specifically the pulley, you'll see that inner diameter is 35 diameter. Alright. And then your bearing fits into that slot. Okay. Daardie laar, if you look at the outer diameter there is also diameter 35. And so it fits exactly snugly into that part of the pulley. Okay, we've got our washer and our bolt. On the top we've got the body. Now they say, of course, this is given in third angle orthographic projection, and then they ask you to draw the full sectional front view, right view and the top view. So just a quick reminder, I'm sure all of you are very happy with this already, that in third angle, that's your top view. Yes, that's your front view. Yes. And your 45 is there, and this is the right view. Yes? Right or wrong? Right or left? Right. Okay? So what they want is, they want a full sectional front view, a right view, and a top view. Okay. So in hierdie tekening vra hulle vir ons 3 aansigte, 'n vooraansig, deursnee vooraansig, 'n boaansig en 'n regteraansig. And then added onto that, you actually see very clearly indicated the front there. So if I look at this, and I look at the body that's given, then this is the front view. Yes? What view is this one? Wat se answer is hierdie? Ja, regter aansig, nee. Front view, right view. It's in third angle orthographic projection. There we've looked at front view, right view. So they are giving me those two views in this example. All right. So how do I get this placed on my page? Well, I have a blank page. I've just started it off a little bit. But you're going to have a front view, right view and a top view, and so your spacing here becomes important. On this front view, the biggest space here is going to be the width of 139. There's the widest part of the right view. If you look at the pulley, this pulley, the external width here, there's 39. Waar is die wyte van die pulley? Help me out, do I miss it somewhere? There's 39. I'm just trying to see whether do they give this width? Do we have to just assume it's 55, or is there somewhere where it tells it? Width of what's it? This part here, this pulley. So this part is 39. Do they give you this measurement anywhere?
So, there's the two bearings on each other? No?
Yeah, there's two bearings, and there's a
Width of the bearing.
yeah, but there's a depth to that bearing. Look at that. That bearing there, that's the size. So that's 10. Okay, let's start drawing. I think you're going to have to assume that it is 55 in width. All right.
Where did you get 55 from?
There it says 55.
Oh, right.
Okay. All right. Another thing is that this is already drawn incomplete. Nee? If you look at this view, if this was the front view, then this would have been hidden detail. Do you see that? Sien julle daai? As dit die vooraansig was, dit verborge detail. Do you see that? So just maybe help yourself. Remember, that's hidden detail that they're showing you there. All right. Front view, right view. Okay, so what I wanted to get back to is the widest part is 139. Our height in total will be from this center. I'm going to have to add the height of that pulley. So it's that 75, half of that 75 there. It is 35, 37 and a half. So from this center line, which is going to run through here, I'm going to add 37 and a half. Okay, so I've got that 15 plus that 53 plus the 75. All right, it's about 105 in height here that I'm going to have as a total height. So what I've done just in preparing, I've given myself enough room. We know that this center line here is this line that runs through here. So down, I know I need at the bottom 53 plus that 15. 53 plus 15, that's the base of it. Going up, I just need to add that distance there, which is 37 and a half. Am I correct? You guys just feeding off me here, or is there anybody contributing? 37 and a half. That's going to be our full height there, 37 and a half. Okay. Okay, so between these two lines, it's going to be my entire front view. There's going to be space on the right hand side, and I've got enough space. I've just done the center line from the top. It's this, if I look from the top, it's the center line. That's going to lie like this, that's drawn here. Okay, so let's start here at the bottom, and for those of you who's not with me, it's going to make sense soon. That's the 139 of the base. Okay. There's the height. That's the base of 15. All right. Then I have to get to this point here. I want to draw this part now. So from the center, I've got that 55 plus that 12. So 55, it's 25, 27 and a half. And then a 12. And here also 12. Okay, construction line going up. Construction line going up. Running here is this center line. That height from there to there is this radius of 23. So just from there add up 23, 10, 20, 23. And that is the top of my, so I can draw that in. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to draw all of these lines just in at the moment, but I just wanted, for those of you wanting to see the start of this, that's the body. So I'm just going, you can maybe just wait to these lines. I'm just wanting those of you not seeing this to follow me. So you see where I'm at in this drawing. Sien julle waar ek nou? Sê net ja of nee. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start filling that out. The next one is that shaft going through. That's got a diameter. It's a M15. So that's 7.5 on either end. 7.5. Okay, on this end here we're going to have the washer, the spring washer, plus a nut, and then the end of that shaft on this side, we're also going to have a washer. So it's 2 millimeters on either side, this side 2, this side 2, And then the nut on the one end, M15. Oh, the bolt head, sorry, the bolt head is 12, so that's on this side, is 12. And on this side, it's also 12. Drawn, I'm going to need a auxiliary view, of course. Okay, so we'll do that on this right hand side, but we have our spacing done. That's what we are doing at the moment. Then on the inside, let me finish this part here. Okay, on this inside we've got our bearings and we have our pulley. That's the next thing we're going to draw. So we'll draw that in a moment. Okay, on this inside we're now going to ask us what the one on the left to be a conventional representation. The one on the left is a conventional. The one on the right is a detailed. One on the right is the convention. The one on the left is detailed. So this one we're going to draw as it is. This one we're going to draw with the two X's when we assemble it. We'll do that now. And we're going to draw this pulley and we're going to use that hidden detail to cut through all the different parts. So let's draw that in next. So let's start from the center. We've got the 9, 6, 9 and it's going to repeat on this side. Let's start with that one. So we have the center. So just do 4.5 either side. 4.5. Then we have a 6. Another 6 on this end. And then we have a 9. Okay, let me redo that. So the center is a 9, that's 4.5 on either side. Then we have a 6. Then we have a 9. Okay. Iemand wat ek moet 'n stap herhaal. Anybody wants at this stage for me to repeat any part of this story? Okay, the height there on let's do the inner circle. That diameter is the 48, so that's 24 on either side. 10, 24. 10, 24. That's this inner one. And this inner one. Then it's going to go at an angle. And the outer height, I've done that side once. 10, 20, 30, 37.5. We'll do 37.5 to the bottom. Okay, do you see it starting to take shape? Okay, this outer diameter is 46, this one here, and that inner one is 35. So we're going to do that quickly. So the 46 is going to be 23. And then 35 is 17.5. Then 17.5 Okay, they say the depth of that, or the width of that bearing is 10. Okay, so there we go, it's working out. Right, so on the one side, so on both sides we're going to have the two squares drawn. And the one we're going to put an X through, and the other one we're going to draw the detailed view. Okay, so this side's easy, that's going to be the 45s. Norm, yeah, it's interesting that they... Okay, on this side's going to be the detailed view, so it's just like it's drawn there. You're going to use this measurements here. Okay, we'll do the hatching in a moment. I just want to get the detail drawn here. Okay, the washer detail, that's diameter 30 washer, so it's 15 on either side. 15 on either side. Okay, the one on the right, you can put your spring in there, just 2 lines parallel to each other at 30 degrees. Okay, so we've got our bearings in. We still need to complete this part. We'll do that now. Oh, the ribs, the height of that rib, that's at 45 degrees. So from this corner, 45 degrees. Okay, I'm going to quickly do the right view, just so that we can get parts of this drawn. So a lot of this is going to be projected across. The width of that right view is 75. Okay, and then the center of that is 37.5 also. And then it's got 45, again 22.5, 22.5, and then it's got a 15 in the middle. Ja. Hulle sê links die detailed regs konvensioneel. So jy moet net lees. Alright, then 7.5. I'm wondering if this... Okay, there's the footing, there's the footing. We have a center line. I think that one measurement should read 30, so we'll check that now. Do we have to draw hidden detail in the right-hand view? I don't think so. So I'm actually wasting your time and my time by drawing all these lines. They're just wanting the outside lines. Alright, then we have our rib. The width of that rib is 15, so that's in the center. Wanneer gaan jy dit later teken? Okay, let's do the washer here. The right view of our nut. It's a diameter of 15 M15 bolt. So M15 is 15 times 1.5, and that's going to give you 15 plus 7.5. What, 22.5? Okay? 15 times 1.5 is 22.5, and so that divided by 2 is about 11.25. It's quite tricky. Set that on your compass in the center here. That's your construction circle. Okay, then at 30 degrees flip it. Okay, then you can neaten that one up because it's also part of your right view here. Okay, you're going to use that. We're going to still finish the details on that one, but I just wanted you to project those heights across. That one also. So also those. And lastly, this one on the outside. Right, using that, using your 30-degree triangle, you're going to find, we've now determined those points there, which are the important ones. 30 degrees. 30 degrees. Let's do both of them at the same time. This side, flip it. So we're saving some time trying to do more lines than all the lines possibly at the same time. Okay, get back to your compass. I'm going to start with the first one in the center there. Okay, going to do the same on this side. Right, and then we're doing the small arc. Okay, once you're happy with that, add in your 60-degree triangle, 60 degrees. By now, I think all of you are comfortable drawing a bolt, hè? Is dit nou nie meer lekker nie? Jy nou iets anders teken. Okay, that line goes back here. That one goes there. That one goes there. Right, same on this side. Flat end. And then on this end, if you check the length of your shaft, if you check this, so from here 69, we need to draw this detail still here. So let's look at that. So from there, we've got the 69. Okay. Your M15 times 2 means that there's a 2 millimeter thread. Did you realize that? So that line comes through here to the front, there to the front, and then there's a 60 degrees angle this side, and a 60 degrees angle this side. That entire length is 69 plus 36, it is 405. Okay, so it's a line there, 45 degrees. Oops, sorry, too much there. Okay, let's quickly hatch this part so that you are happy with that part. So the biggest component here is going to be our body, and you can do nice sizable hatching. Please keep it consistent all the way through. Okay, and of course I really want to urge you to see if you can draw drawings like this on your own without necessarily first watching a video. The reason for that is I want you to be able to draw with confidence when there's an exam and when you are tested. So if you're not able to figure these out on your own during homework, you are going to struggle figuring these out when you're in a face to the test. So please, 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 I can't overemphasize the fact that you need to draw, and you can only gain confidence if you draw without an answer book and without a video helping you. So, moenie net hierdie video kyk of net dink ek kan met my tekenbord onder my kussing slaap en dink ek gaan môre 'n tekenaar wees. That's not how it works, alright? Those of you thinking you can sleep with your drawing board under your cushion, next day you're a draftsman, got news for you. You're only going to be able to do this when you are competent in figuring it out, solving problems, drawing. Okay, this is a pulley. It goes all the way around, so there's not going to be a change in direction. Sien julle dit? Moenie dink omdat hy omgaan die rigting moet nou verander nie. Dis een soliede katrol, so daai rigting van die arsering verander nie. This hatching does not change. Ja.
Is dit nie beter om om die voorhand en dan die boord teken met dat wanneer jou dag al met die regterkant en jy kan ons af.
Ja, jy kan okay, the question is what view to draw first, front view, right view, top view. I chose to draw it this way because there's my auxiliary view for my bolts. I'm not sure if I'm going to get time to finish the top view now, but the other thing is they haven't given you a top view. So I was hoping to do these two and then project up for the top. Okay. But it's a good, valid question. We don't hatch washers. We don't hatch our bolts, fasteners. The only thing that's missing here is this little component here, which is our, and they've actually given you the details. So you can use that exact same details. So it's a small component, so it's one direction. Okay, and I'm going to do this bottom, that one as well. Same. Alright, flip it.
So what's the length of your bolt? Like going up and slowly?
Okay, I'm going to check now for you. Okay, you asked me what is the length of this bolt?
No, the vertical height of the, like the nut, yeah.
This height.
Yeah, no.
Where do I get, you're talking about the nut?
It's not about 1.5.
Look, where do I get this information? My child, from my right view. 1.5 times D is that inner diameter. And then I draw the hexagon on the outside. And then only do I know the size of this.
And so on the info sheet it says for body right knee, it says 15, 45, 75, but that 15 is way bigger.
Yeah, I think this is not correct. Don't stress about that.
25,
Don't just ignore it. You don't need it because on the right view they ask for no hidden details. So you can ignore that one. Okay, we're going to quickly see if I can finish the outside. That's the radius 23 here. So let's go radius 23. Okay. Okay, the height for our rib gets from the side there. There it is. And what's missing on my right view? Wat kort ek nog op my regterhaansig? I need the as, ja, daai en daai. And I'm just going to quickly do that, and then I also missing my actual pulley. So on the outside of this, it's a solid circle. Right, and then on the inside at that 2 millimeters, almost half of that should be open. So let's see. Just as this screw thread. See by? Okay. Then on the outside, that pulley, there I have the height already here. Okay. So there's no further details required for this right view. No hidden detail required. The height of the rib we have. Our center lines, I think, remember that please. A lot of the time, that's one of the things that learners neglect, and they are always 5 marks come. At least 5 marks of this drawing is going to be center lines. So please. Alright, then you're going to draw your right view. You can do that by adding in a cutting plane here. Okay, let me see. That's the center line. So I've already drawn this line here, so I want to make sure that's correctly drawn. I know if you're okay. There's my 45. Okay. So from here, if I project upward, I can now project all of these up to get that top view. Okay, and then we bring that across. Okay, is it to say, wait, what was your question? Nie die SSD nie, die praat van daai sirkel, die binneste daai sirkel. It is D times 1.5. So D in this case was a M15. So it's 15 times 1.5 equals, gives me that diameter. Okay. It's a cross flat distance. Oorkants afstand. Okay, so once you have your front view and your right view, you're going to use that project your top view. So if I look from the top, the width of course here can't change. So I'm going to be projecting this up. So I'll just start you off here, see how far the belt takes us. But that outer base of the body is going to be set. Okay, that I can tell you. That's going to be set. Okay. All right. In your top view, you're going to see, of course, the full pulley, the top of it. You're going to see the top of these arms of that body. You're also going to see your bolt and your nut. 3 faces or 2 faces? If you look from the top, how many faces will you see of this bolt and nut? 2. Good work. Because look here. There they are. If I look from the top, I'm seeing only 2. So that will also be brought up. And then you will see, if you look at this top view, you see the holes there, and there. So there's going to be 4 holes. You'll see this surface of that rib. You'll see all of that coming around. And then you'll see your bush, and you'll see the outside of that pulley. Alright, so you have to use the information that's given. I'm going to pause here because we're running out of time. But at least you've started this off with a front view and a right view. Use that to project then upwards your top view. Radio. Draw with confidence. Now it's your turn.